honestly, you just come and withdraw outside here. She's all primed up. The probability she may still get pregnant is very high.
Oh, yes, by the way.
So please withdraw and move.
And go away. Because from what I understand, those
Yes.
things are champion swimmers.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Welcome back to my channel, and please subscribe if you haven't. This is...
Your necklace.
No. Somebody else will probably tell you it's my rosary.
True.
Close.
Close.
So, doctor, and she is in her lab coat today, Dr. Anne Kihara is taking us through contraception. You understanding your reproductive system and then what is available.
Yes.
Okay? And she wanted to go with natural methods first.
Yes.
This...
Standard bead management.
I know about this.
Excellent.
Because I've done work with Amref.
Very well.
In Loitoktok and up in Turkana.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
So,
let me start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Caroline, what are natural methods? Because a lot of people say, what's the difference between natural and modern?
yes.
Natural seeks to address a behavioral characteristic. Your behavior must go in tandem for that method to work.
True.
So let's start with this which we are holding. So this is a bead, and it's a bead necklace. When you start your periods, and that's why we have the red one there.
Yes.
And we have a rubber band
Yes.
on top of this.
Yes.
So you start day one, that is where you'll actually mark my day of starting my period.
True.
And this normally comes with actually a cycle bead calendar. So you can also double check yourself.
Okay.
So assume you have a cycle. Actually, it works very well for a 26 to 32 day cycle.
Yes.
So you will go every single day and you'll keep pushing on the rubber band.
On the
so
rubber
that's
band,
second
forward.
day. So please look, you have those 5-6 days which are brown, which are deemed safe
Yes.
for sexual contact.
Yes.
You will not get pregnant.
All right.
Then you have the white area of this necklace,
yes.
which tells you these are the days you possibly can actually conceive.
Yes.
And then just before your periods come back again you have now the series of the browns, which say
Yes.
you are safe.
Yes.
Now, let's marry this with other methods. Let's
me.
take my temperature.
Yes.
So before you hop out of bed,
In the morning.
before you do anything, because of course I know you go to the gym, you'll start running up and down, the temperature will definitely go up.
Yes.
And like with the weather right now, everybody's sleeping with a hot water bottle.
Aha.
So you take your temperature, what we call the basal temperature.
Yes.
Bang, mid-cycle, the temperature goes up by a notch of about 1 degree centigrade.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's called the thermoregulation system. So roundabout ovulation. So if you're looking for a pregnancy, it would be then.
All right.
If you want to avoid a pregnancy, again, note when you get that upset.
There you go.
Now, it's a special thermometer. Let me mark you guys, because it's not the one that looks at the small little mercury column,
No.
which we hardly ever get to see.
Yes.
There's a special thermometer if you're monitoring your ovulation. Now, let's look at your mucus. The cervix is a very interesting,
Yes,
very
you did
interesting
talk about
area.
that.
And I think you can see it right in there. Okay?
Yeah.
So the cervix tends to produce mucus.
Yes.
And what happens in the first part of your cycle, it's relatively quiet. But remember the last show where we talked about by mid-cycle, you're having all this stretchy mucus.
Yes. Yeah.
So again, that will then tell you if you want to get pregnant, you can get pregnant then.
Yes.
If you want to avoid a pregnancy, then
You
avoid
sexual contact.
during that period.
Yes.
So I normally say with the natural method, you have complementary behavioral things that can contribute to you understanding
Yes.
your body.
Yes.
Now we've understood natural.
Yes.
Now, we still have others.
Tell me.
Withdrawal. You know, I've been talking about the women the whole time. So let's swing to the men.
Twitter does love to have conversations about people's withdrawal game.
So, sexual cycle.
Yes.
Do you know we have a sexual cycle?
No.
Okay, let me teach you. Sexual cycle is very simple. Any woman or any man who's approaching a sexual act, you have the excitation. You're climaxing towards having fun. Yeah? So some people get excited when they look at pornographic pictures.
Oh, yes, material, yes.
Some people get excited just by virtue that your mate has come in or she's having a scent that is really attracting you.
Yes.
So there is something that attracts you to the opposite.
Yes.
So you have what we call the phase 1, which is sexual excitation. Now, what's happening to your body? The catecholamines are beginning to dance around.
Oh, she used a big word.
Yes. So basically,
yes,
you're getting hyped up.
Yes.
Remember when you were being chased imagining you're being chased in your dreams by a lion?
Yes.
Yeah? How was your heart racing? How are you pounding? So basically, that's what your body is doing.
And?
You're getting worked up, and even you get lubricated more. The blood vessels begin to emerge and come to the surface.
All right.
That's excitation.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of it also starts with visual.
Oh.
Visual, scent, taste. And that's why we have a lot of condoms that are even flavored. It's got a whole, well, let me teach you.
There's science to it.
Exactly.
This is just not marketing.
So the excitement phase reaches a plateau.
Uh-huh.
A plateau. So you've climaxed to a certain level. Then you have the orgasmic phase. The orgasmic phase is now what we call the release phase. So in men, during orgasm is actually when they ejaculate.
Right.
In women, they now actually become a receptacle that's very receptive.
Yes.
And then finally, the resolution phase.
Uh-huh.
So the resolution phase means you have completed the act, you're now going to absolution.
Okay.
So some people tend to have the cycle coming rhythmically more and more. There are some people, it's a one hit and we're done.
Yes.
Yeah? And you tend to just sleep off.
Yes.
And people do say that there's a specific type of sleep you sleep
Yes.
after a sexual act.
True.
So it's actually that resolution phase because your natural opioids, your natural oxytocin, all this has been released.
Okay.
And that's why you have that resolve that puts people into that slumberland.
Okay.
Specifically related to a sexual act.
All right.
So now you know.
All right.
So this is where we actually tell people there is a sexual cycle. You need to understand your cycle.
Oh.
So in an act, if you are actually using the withdrawal method as a man,
you need to figure out.
You should be able to know when is it I need to get out of there if I don't want this girl to get pregnant.
All right.
Yeah, because I've always said the woman, as you can even see from my model, she's a receptacle.
Yes.
She receives.
Yes.
The man is actually the one who actually penetrates.
Yes.
So these are things we don't talk about, but it's important that we have this conversation.
So that you understand.
So when you withdraw, the question is then where do I withdraw to? Honestly, you just come and withdraw outside here. She's all primed up. The probability she may still get pregnant is very high.
Oh, yes, by the way.
So please withdraw and move.
And go away. Because
Move.
from what I understand, those things are champion swimmers.
Exactly.
Okay.
They're worse than the little tadpoles you see in the little swimming
pools,
little ponds.
Yeah.
So that's the withdrawal method. Then we have lactational amenorrhea. Big word, but if you're a breastfeeding mom, you have a little baby you're suckling, demand feeding your little baby.
Yes.
As long as your menses have not returned and you're exclusively breastfeeding. Lactation means breastfeeding.
Yes.
Amenorrhea just means my menses haven't come back. That in itself is a natural family planning.
But there are women who say, and I still got pregnant.
Yeah, because she did not read her tides of time. Either the periods had already come back.
Oh, yes.
Or she was not exclusively demand breastfeeding. And when I say this is a woman who's actually sitting every 3 hours, she's giving the baby milk.
Oh, really?
Not the career woman who's back at work, expresses in the office. That's not going to work for you.
Oh, right. Are you learning something? Because there's too many women who are like, I got pregnant. Imagine us breastfeeding.
Yes. Because prolactin, there's a hormone there. What produces your milk is called prolactin.
Yes.
Prolactin is an ovulation suppressant. So every time you're provoking it, the more you breastfeed.
So, but it has to be breastfeeding on demand, which means it's every 3 hours. It can't be I expressed, I put in the fridge, work, and then I went to Nakuru.
No, it can't work. It can't work.
And then, of course, you went to Nakuru with a hubby.
With a hubby, and then you left the baby at home with a nanny.
We don't understand. She was breastfeeding.
Exactly. And this is why, if you were ladies who are breastfeeding, We actually ask you when you come for your postpartum checkups.
Yes.
Have your periods come back? Are you a regular feeding, exclusively breastfeeding mom or not? If you're erratic, we actually complement it with a progesterone-based pill, which you take continuously, at least for the first 6 months.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Mothers who are breastfeeding. Have you
Yes.
learned something?
I
The
hope so.
number of women who will write a story and say, yes, I know, there's only 3 months between them or 8 months between the babies, and I was breastfeeding.
Yeah.
It wasn't exclusive.
It wasn't exclusive. It certainly wasn't exclusive.
Wow.
Yes.
Subscribe, come back. This time we really will be there. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding you. Wow.